I don't care if you're the queen of France or a homeless man, it's all the same to me.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be using a lot of new products, either new to the beauty collection of mine or new to certain brands as of now. And I'm super excited. Most of them I have already tried out because I'm just so impatient and have to use them right when I get them. I haven't been inspired in a while to sit down and actually film a makeup look. If you haven't noticed, you look back on my recent videos and none of them have been like me sitting down and doing a makeup look. But then I received this new palette in the mail and was totally inspired by it and decided I would sit down and film a kind of a mauve-y, more sultry kind of look. I think you could wear this spring, summer, winter, whenever. To me, it's more of a nighttime look, really just because of the lashes, but you could not put a winged eyeliner on it and not wear falsies, and it would be very transitional into a daytime look as well. If you don't have the palette that I'm going to be using in this video, which is the Modern Renaissance palette, I'll probably put that in the name, then definitely either go out and get it because it's amazing, or just use whatever shades you have at home that are similar. If you want to see how I got this makeup look right here, then just keep watching. Thanks guys. Okay, so first off, I do have some mascara on just because I was out running errands today, but nothing else. So I am first going to prep the skin using this Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. This one is specifically formulated for oily skin, so it absorbs really nicely into the skin and it's great before you put on your makeup. Also going to put a bit of Aquaphor on my lips just to act as a lip mask because I need a lip mask on at all times. Now I'm going to go in with my Nivea Men Post Shave Balm. I personally feel like I just have to put this on before I do my makeup. It's kind of like a moisturizer to me in that regards. I also just think it makes your makeup look really good. Now I'm going to be going in with the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer in the Smoothing Primer. And I'm really just going to focus this on my T-zone where my pores are more visible, and also on my under eyes to help the concealer that I put there not to crease as much. Now I'm going in with foundation, and I'm going to be using the new Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Longwear Liquid Foundation. This is a matte foundation, so I really enjoy it because again, I'm oily. I am using mine in the shade 5.0, and I do recommend going maybe a shade lighter than you normally would because it does oxidize. And I'm just going to be putting a pump onto my Morphe E31 and then stippling it onto the face. Now I'm just going to be using my Fergie Take on the Day eyeshadow primer. I did find out that this was discontinued. Sadly, it breaks my heart, but you can still get it on Amazon. However, it is like $15. I still think it is worth the money though. I have tried the Urban Decay Primer Potion and just nothing that I've tried compares to this eyeshadow primer. I think it's the best eyeshadow primer ever. Now I'm just going to set it with a loose translucent powder. This will just help the shadows that we're going to be putting on the lid later to blend out smoothly. For this look, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance eyeshadow palette. Everyone has been talking about this, but it's just so beautiful. I love every single shade in this palette. This is a staple palette for me in my makeup collection. It might not be for everyone just because it has a lot of the berry tones and you might be afraid to try that, but honestly you can do a really dramatic look and you can do a nice daytime appropriate look with this eyeshadow palette. This is all I have been using since I received it in the mail and I just love it so much, and I can tell I'm going to be using it a lot. So I'm first going to go in with the color Golden Ochre, and I'm just going to work that into the crease kind of as my transition shade using the Morphe E14. Now to just kind of build up the color, I'm going to go in with Burnt Orange in the same Morphe E14 brush. And I'll just take a little bit and then build it up from there. Taking red ochre and the smaller side of the brush that comes with the palette, I am just going to take a little bit and focus that on the outer corner of my eye and slowly build the intensity. Then once I have most of the color packed on the outer half, I'll just take the excess that's on the brush and run it through the crease. Then taking a clean, fluffy brush, I'm just using the Bobbi Brown Eye Blender. I'm just going to blend out the edges so we have no harsh lines. Taking the Anastasia brush again, the smaller side, I am going in with Love Letter, doing the same thing I did with red ochre and just bringing it further into the eye. And then I'll blend it out with the fluffy side of the same brush. Taking a flat shader brush, I am going in with Venetian Red and applying that on the lower lid just over where we applied Love Letter. Then taking a different clean flat shader brush, I am going in with Bonfresco and applying that to the inner half of the lid. Now we're just going to stop working on the eyes for a minute and continue with the face. For bronzer, I'm just going in with the Chanel Tande Chanel Cream Bronzer. And I am using the Morphe M439 and just swirling it in there. And then I'm just going to stamp the product onto my face where the sun would naturally hit and bronze the skin. Then to conceal and highlight, I am going to be using the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer, if that's not a mouthful. I have already tried out this concealer and I love it. It blends smoothly into the skin and it feels like you're wearing nothing, but it also has high coverage. It is a serum concealer, so it does help hydrate the under eye area as well as plump and lift. Then I'm just going to set everything using my Makeup Forever HD translucent powder. I really like this powder and I feel like it helps control my oils for a longer period of time, and it doesn't make my skin look more red toned. I was having that problem when I would set with a face powder that wasn't translucent. So just a little tip, if you find that your foundation looks a little different when you're setting with a powder, try a translucent powder. To contour, I'm just going to be using the Lorac Pro Contour Palette. We did bronze the skin with the Chanel bronzer, but once you set it, it kind of lightens it a little bit. So by using the Lorac bronzer, it just kind of brings the color back to the surface. But the Chanel bronzer keeps it in place and lasting all day. And I am going to go in with the medium contour first, just to bronze, and then I'll go in with the light contour to actually carve out the cheekbones. And I did make a contouring video not too long ago that I will link in the bottom bar if you want a more in-depth review of how I contour my face. For blush, I'm going to be going in with the Becca Luminous Blush in Foxglove. It is a very pigmented blush, so I'll be using an extremely light hand as I apply this. Then I will take a large stippling brush just to blend everything together. To highlight the face, I'm going in with my Sleek Makeup Highlighting Palette, and I'll be using, I believe it is Subsolar. Anyways, I'm using the more orangey tone shade to highlight with, and to apply it, I'm using a Morphe M501. Now onto the brows. I'm going to be using the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in the shade 4. I'll be filling in my brows the same way I always do, just using a different product. I've tried out this brow product before and I really enjoy using it. I think I might even like it a little bit better than my Anastasia Brow Definer, just because it's a little bit smaller and I feel like a little bit more pigmented and blendable. Now we are just going to continue on with the eyes using the Modern Renaissance palette. Taking the Morphe E37 brush, which is just a small pencil brush, and the color Love Letter again, I am just going to run that on my lower lash line. Then taking the smaller side of the Anastasia brush, I am just going to blend it out. I didn't grab any more product, I'm just using the excess product that we had from the beginning. To highlight the brow bone, I'm going in with Tempera, and then to highlight the inner corner, I am going in with Vermeer. Now I am going to attempt to do my eyeliner on camera. I am terrible at doing my eyeliner on camera, but I'm going to be using the Kat Von D ink liner in Trooper. Let's see how this goes. Not too bad. Okay, time for the other eye though. So I wound up going a little thicker on the winged eyeliner than I had originally wanted. That's just usually what happens when I try to do my eyeliner on camera, because normally when I'm just doing it off camera, I'm like this close to a giant mirror in my room and I'm like leaning my hand against it to keep it steady. And when I'm filming, I have this tiny little mirror and nothing to lean my arm against. So but I still think it looks good with the heavy winged liner. You can do just a tiny flick or even no liner if you want to. As far as using the Kat Von D liner, I think this is my new favorite liquid eyeliner because it dries matte and I really like the tip of it. It gives you a lot of control and how precise you want to be. I really wasn't anticipating on buying that eyeliner. I went to get my NYX liquid matte eyeliner and they were out, so I got the Kat Von D and I actually wound up really loving it, so give it a try. Anyways, now on with the look. I'm just going to prep my eyes for falsies. I already have mascara on, so I'm just going to curl my lashes a little bit because my lashes are pin straight and I need to have them a little bit curled upwards when I put falsies on. For lashes today, I'm using the Eylure London Luxe Mink Effect lashes in the style Baroque. They look like this. They are completely gorgeous in the box. I've never tried them on in person, so I'm excited to see how that goes. Same thing with putting my eyelashes on camera. I'm like, hopefully I can get it close enough.
And this little hair over here, like, what are you doing, sir? No, no. No, no.
So basically these eyelashes are supposed to give you the look of mink lashes and you can still rewear them like you can with mink eyelashes, but they aren't mink, so they aren't as expensive. Then to blend my lashes together, I'm going in with the Tarte Lights Camera Splashes, which is the waterproof version of basically the Lights Camera lashes. I have tried this mascara out once before, and I do really like the wand. It grabs the lashes well and makes it to where your lashes don't really clump, but it can be a little hard to build up, so you definitely have to let the layers dry when you add more on top. Now I'm just going in with our lip product, which is the Bare Minerals Gin Nude Matte Liquid Lipstick. It's not quite as drying as a regular liquid lipstick would be, which I enjoy. It does take a long time for it to dry down, so I mean, definitely don't put it on and then try to take a drink of water because it will transfer. The idea behind the Gin Nude line is that there is a nude shade for every skin tone, which I think is a great idea, and I'm surprised no one else has done it yet because everyone wants to find a great nude. So the color I picked up is in the color Slay, which I just love the name. It is just a little bit more mauve-y than the actual color of my lips just naturally, but I really do enjoy it, and I think this is going to be my new favorite everyday lip color. And lastly, I'm just going to set my face using the Urban Decay De-Slick Setting Spray, and then going over all of that with my Beauty Blender. And this is the finished result. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, maybe learned a few things. Definitely try out a lot of these products. I really enjoyed using them all, and over the past few days I've grown to love each and every single one of them. They're definitely new favorites. So if you haven't tried any of these products just yet, go ahead and pick out which one you're going to buy or buy them all and try it out and let me know. I will see you in my next video. I love you guys, and yeah, that's all I have to say. Bye.
Wherever you are, we're staring at the same old stars. Both have beating hearts inside our chest. Whatever you do, it all adds up to you. just do what's right.